Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about JMS topics and what are they? So what it is, it's basically a pub sub. So you have a publisher that publishes a message, so it broadcasts a message out saying, okay, we've sold an account, let's publish that message out. Well, different consumers, or what we call subscribers, can subscribe to that message and they all receive a copy of that message. Now what they can be defined as is durable and non-durable. So durable meaning if the application or the topic is down, so it's not running, then there will be a copy of that saved in persistent data store. Non-durable meaning that if the topic's down and there's no consuming, then it does not get saved to a persistent store, so when it starts back up it consumes that message. So how does that differ from point-to-point communication? Well, point-to-point you typically have a single channel and you'll have multiple concurrent consumers consuming off that channel, and they're typically guaranteed that they will not, two different consumers will not consume the same message, assuming you have the right acknowledgement mode and the right message broker. So it's a way of sending one message to multiple consumers as a topic, so a pub sub system, and it works very well. So I'm going to show you that in ActiveMQ. I'm going to create some ActiveMQ topics and run some consumers here locally. So I hope you enjoy the fine day here down in South Spain. And there's the marina. So in this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and create a JMS topic. I'm then going to send a few messages to that topic, and that's going to broadcast that out to my subscribers. So I'm going to be running 2 subscribers that are interested in that topic. Each of them will receive a copy of the message. Only the subscribers who have an active subscription at the time when the broker receives the message will actually get a copy of the message. So after that, I'm then going to go ahead and run a durable subscription. So I'm going to create a topic and I'm going to create a subscriber that wants durable messages. So even when that subscriber is not running, the messages are going to be persisted, and when when the subscriber starts back up, it'll receive the messages that were persisted. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is actually start up ActiveMQ. So go ahead and locate to where you've installed that and run that. Maybe you have a virtual instance, I don't know. And the code base I'm going to be using for this is from my previous Camel JMS tutorial. So if you haven't seen that, go and check that out. And basically, a very quick summary, we're reading from one endpoint. I'm then going to process the message by just printing out a login statement, and then I'm going to send that to an outbound endpoint X number of times. So I want to make some changes to this code base. The first thing I want to do is go into my application.properties, and as you can see, I've been reading off a JMS endpoint, and that was a queue, and now we're using topics instead. So JMS endpoint will automatically configure it to be reading off a queue, so we need to tell it now that we're now reading off a topic. And of course, this isn't our topic name, so we need to delete that. So now what we need to do is go ahead and go to your ActiveMQ console. So that typically runs at port 8161, and navigate to topics. And we're going to create a topic called item.sold.d. So go ahead and create that, and you should now see your topic here. So now if you click on that, you should have the option to send the message to that topic. So if we go back to our code base, I'm going to type in the items.d, so items.sold.d, item.sold.d, and I'm going to run an instance of this application. So I'm going to run Spring Boot application, and when that starts up, I'm going to send a message to the topic, and you should see it being outputted here on the console. So if I send that, there you see you've seen the message being received and iterated. So and you can see we have now 1 consumer. So if I go ahead and run another instance of that app, I'm going to change the server port there. I'm going to run that again, so run a Spring Boot app. If I open up items.sold, you should see 2 instances, or number of consumers is now 2. And if I go ahead and send another message to that, you should see 1 consumer received that one. So this is the one we just booted up there now. And if we switch back to the other consumer, you can see it consumed another message. So there's the original one and there's the second message. So that's great. That's topics. So one message is now being broadcast to all of our consumers. So now we're going to move on to the durable subscription part of this tutorial. So we know that the JMS specification dictates that the identification of a subscription is done by the combination of a client ID and the durable subscriber name. So how do we do that in Camel? So I'm going to go ahead and open up the Camel documentation, and I'm going to scroll down. So there's where we specify our topic. And if I go down to durable subscriptions, so we need to specify both the client ID and the durable subscription name. So that's basically because one JMS connection identified by a client ID may have many different or multiple durable subscriptions on different topics, or it may be on the same topic with a different selector on that topic. So we need to go ahead and actually specify these properties. So if you search for that property, you'll see that this is null, and you'll see the durable subscription name must be configured as well for a topic. So let's go ahead and create a client ID first. So we're going to say client ID equals 1, and we're going to specify the durable subscription name, and we're going to set that to Philip 1. Sorry. So now I'm going to go ahead and run that again. So run as. Well, first I'm going to go back to the console and show you that it's actively one subscriber or consumer. So if we run this again, it should now go to 2. And I'm going to dump another message on that. If I refresh, when the page loads, oh, I need to change the port of my application, or 8084. So run as Spring Boot app. Now you can see we have 2 subscribers or 2 consumers. So I'm going to go ahead and send the message to them. So here you can see our durable subscription, and in the other one you can see we received the message again. So what I'm going to do is go back to the durable subscription and actually stop that. Now if I go back to my console and I refresh, it says stay at 2 consumers. As you can see, it didn't go back down to 1 like it used to. And what I can do is actually go ahead and send a couple messages here. So you can say 1, I'm going to send 2, and I'm going to send 3. And there you've seen the console there. So we read the 3 subscriptions. And what I'm going to do is go back in and run the app again. So this is going to run our durable subscription. So I run our Spring Boot app. You should see once this starts up, it automatically consumes them 3 messages that were sent to the topic while our subscriber was not running. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. So that's what durable subscriptions are. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did enjoy this tutorial on topics, subscribe to the channel. I try and produce as much content as I can. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.